In the silent amphitheater of the Galactic Academy of Sciences, a lesson in mortality began. Before 37 students from 17 species, Professor Vix Nero unveiled the galaxy's 10 most lethal compounds. Her 4 appendages danced before a holographic list that glowed with a venomous red light. Civ, a xenobiology student from Kitra Prime, felt his mandibles click with unease. His compound eyes fixated on one name, dihydrogen monoxide. To his lab partner, Miller, a being of translucent blue gelatin, he whispered its unfamiliar name. "It must be particularly nasty," she rippled in response. It was, the professor confirmed, found on death worlds like Earth, home to the infamous humans. A collective shudder, a vibration of fear and legend, passed through the class. Their final project, she announced, would be a field trip to observe these compounds in a human exchange facility. The silence that followed was heavier than a collapsed star. The transport shuttle sliced through the void, a vessel of quiet dread approaching the interconnected domes of the human sector. Professor Vix Nero's voice echoed over the comms, a stark warning. "Observe only. Do not touch what the humans offer." As they prepared for contact, a cheerful voice dismantled their careful preparations. A human was already aboard, Dr. Tara Okonkwo, their liaison. She was tall, encased in blue fabric, with a riot of amber curls and eyes like twin green nebulae. Her smile revealed teeth. A display Ziv prayed was not a prelude to consumption. "Is it true you consume dihydrogen monoxide?" one student asked. "Tara loves it. Honey, we're about 60% of the stuff. A lethal compound made flesh. You call it water. H2O." But the professor's datapad was clear. "It rusts metal, erodes rock, causes asphyxiation." Tara nodded. "All true, but it's also the cornerstone of our existence." Another student dared to ask about ethanol, the neurotoxin. "Oh, we drink that for fun," Tara grinned. "We call it alcohol." "And sodium chloride, the neural disruptor?" "Table salt," she nodded. "We put on everything." By the time they docked, the students were suspended between fascination and terror. They were about to meet a species that not only lived among poisons, but reveled in them. Through the safety of a transparent barrier, they observed Little Earth. A human botanist, Dr. Jamal Weber, waved while drinking a steaming beverage. "This," Tara explained, "is coffee, a stimulant packed with caffeine." Then Jamal exhaled, and a cloud of vapor billowed from his mouth. The students recoiled. An expulsion of toxins. "Tara chocolate. Just steam. Harmless." Their guide narrated the human lunch: bread with gluten, fermented dairy, lipids called triglycerides, salads with sucrose-sweetened acetic acid. They washed it all down with carbonated high-fructose corn syrup, laced with phosphoric acid. "How are you not extinct?" Miller asked faintly. Tara smiled. "Adaptation. Earth," they explained, "was a death world of high gravity, toxic flora, and brutal weather. Humans didn't just survive it, they conquered it. They donned protective suits and entered the human habitat." To Ziv, the kitchen resembled a weapons lab. Sharp implements everywhere, strange powders and liquids in glass jars. They learned about frying, submerging food in superheated oil, and a red powder called capsaicin extract. "Concentrated pain," Jamal said proudly. "We use it for pleasure," Tara added. Ziv realized. Humanity found joy where logic dictated only suffering. That evening's event was a culinary exchange. The humans had recreated alien foods with uncanny precision. Ziv tasted synthetic honey moss, a flavor of home, millions of light years away. Then came the test. Professor Vix Nero sampled a modified apple. Her eye stalks widened. "It's sweet." The others followed eagerly. Ziv tried a golden brown sphere called a hush puppy, a symphony of savory and sweet exploding across his palate. He turned to Tara. "Humans don't just tolerate toxins," he said. "They transform them into pleasure and community." The final exhibit was whiskey, a diluted neurotoxin called ethanol. Miller took a sip. Colors pulsed across her gelatinous form. "It's warm," she whispered. And the colors, they're more vibrant. It was not a love for poison, Ziv realized, but a genius for turning danger into delight. On the shuttle ride home, fear had become respect. Ziv finally understood. The question wasn't how humans survived their hostile world. It was how their hostile world had forged them into something extraordinary. A species that turns pain into pleasure and poison into celebration, could face anything the universe threw at them. In his mind, a new name formed: Poison Eaters. They were what happens when every attempt to kill you becomes a reason to live more fully. The galaxy was not ready, and yet, somehow, Ziv felt the universe was safer with them in it. Dizzy, if you enjoyed this story, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more amazing sci-fi stories every week.